Everybody loves Giovanni. Cheers!
As long as the party goes on through the night, Gio really is in the mix till 2, 3 in the morning. Oh, are you okay?
Dang. Big girl down, big girl down.
What's good, homies? Welcome back to Grim. Sorry for the brief hiatus on the uploads. Been a little sick. But what better way to feel better than to watch two families absolutely crash out on another episode of Wife Swap. In today's episode, we have the lady you just saw eating shit in the intro. She is a hard partying mom who owns a tanning salon and literally lets her kid hang out at their parties. Oh, and he doesn't have a bedtime either, so that's gonna be fun for this new ex-NFL cheerleader mom that she's switching with to deal with. And meanwhile, this partying chick is gonna be going to a house with a guy who literally is such a clean freak that he vacuums his kids as they're eating food so that their crumbs don't get all over their clothes and the floor. Real quick before we get into it, make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Even leave a comment. All that stuff helps out more than you know, and I really appreciate it. Got some banger videos coming down the pipeline for you now that I'm feeling better, but without any further ado, let's get right on into it, shall we?
Proudly loud wife Nicole, her partner in crime Brandon, and their 3-year-old party boy in training, Gio.
So that's right, this family of 3 is going to be switching lives with a total clean freak family, like I said. And needless to say, they're a little bit eccentric.
When we met, he was 21 and I was 32, 33. The baby.
Wow.
I don't even think you had hair on your face.
And this guy's look as they're explaining their relationship, how they got together, it just seems to me like this dude got caught up, you know, having a kid with this lady and was just like, you know what, I'm gonna ride this out the rest of my life. I'm gonna deal with being a dad and you know, being married to this woman now who I met at the bar, who's like a decade older than me, but you know what, this is my life and I'm living it.
I'm like, woo! And we're not only married, we're business partners. Ooh.
That's right. What's their business? They own a tanning salon, which explains why this lady is super bronze. That's not natural, all right. They're getting that mechanically. No hate to anybody who tans, but these people do look like the type of people that would own a tanning salon or a chain, apparently, of tanning salons.
Everybody loves Giovanni. Cheers!
As long as the party goes on through the night, Gio really is in the mix till 2, 3 in the morning.
Okay, I'm gonna pixelate that shot because clearly he's probably drinking apple juice or something, but why is he also having it out of a shot glass, bro? I don't know. There's something about this, you know, partying and letting your toddler be around in the mix, as they say, in the middle of the night. It's really, really strange to me and not good parenting. Sorry to say it. They seem like great parents otherwise, and this kid seems like a gem, but that's just really weird to me. And usually the type of people who had parents like that growing up, now that I'm an adult and everything, I used to think it was lit, like, bro, your parents are cool with having a party here? What the hell? But no, you actually realize how sad and dysfunctional that is, and how much that leads to just a tough adulthood life, which I'm not saying this kid's gonna be facing that, but it's definitely strange they're so lax about him being around the adults in this environment. But anyway, enough of that. It's time for her to meet her new family with this clean freak, super successful businessman husband that she's, you know, now entering into the life of, and needless to say, she's already put off by how clean this guy is.
It's now time for the wives to meet their new husbands and families.
But hey, this guy's nice, he brought flowers, and meanwhile, the only thing she can pay attention to is, what the hell, he's taking his shoes off in the house? Which I don't know about y'all, but I've always been a shoes off in the house type person. Like, the amount of nasty shit you're stepping in the outside world, please do not bring that into my house. But I understand some people are super chill with it, so maybe I'm the weird one. I'm really not that clean outside of that, though, I will say.
Girl, what? I might want to slap her and be like, are you crazy to put up with this? You're so busy cleaning dirt all day long. You can't even have a life.
And she's already like bitching about the fact that she has to clean up around the house and do the dishes. I'm imagining, they're not really showing it, but I'm just imagining her house is a total pigsty. Because for you to react so negatively to such a simple thing is kind of crazy to me. I don't know.
Like, if he is going to expect me to clean like his wife, I'm getting everything, I'm almost done. Oh my God, I'm not gonna make it.
And she's already raging about the fact that she has to clean. I think this is seriously gonna be the only thing she has to do that's different from her life. And she's acting like it's the total end of the world, but also I low-key get it.
You're not playing around. Do you think of that like right off the bat? Like, or is it just programmed in your life that that's how you think?
Like, she's seriously having such a hard time seeing somebody who is well adjusted to adulthood and fine with, you know, facing the whole cleaning tasks that nobody wants to do when they get home. He's fine with that because to him, that's comfort, is, you know, having a clean house that's taken care of, that's comfortable for him. And clearly it's just the polar opposite for this lady because she is not dropping it. That's all they're talking about.
Gio kind of gets to stay up however late he wants. He can kind of get up whenever he wants, and it's crazy.
And meanwhile, at the other house, they're partying late into the night. And this little kid, Gio, he's hanging out, being the life of the party. And that is very odd to this woman who has her kids in bed by like, I don't know, 8:30, 9, like a normal parent. Instead, this kid's just running around, you know, throwing tantrums when people are leaving the party because he wants the party to keep going. When it's time for him to get entered into school, dude, he's going to be cooked, bro. He's not going to be able to maintain that schedule.
Someone's lucky I didn't break a nail. I'm exhausted.
And she's winding down her first day, just having to wipe the sweat off her face because it's a lot of cleaning this guy's having her do. I will admit, it's odd they don't hire house cleaners if this is how much they're having to do. Like, yes, she's complaining about having to do cleaning, which is cringe, but also the guy is just ridiculous in his expectations of how clean this house should be. It doesn't need to constantly look like it's ready for a showing with a real estate agent or something, bro.
Okay. We got a spot over here.
And in a strange turn of events to show truly how kind of overboard this guy is on the other, you know, end of the spectrum in terms of cleaning, he's vacuuming his kids as they eat. As they're being kids. Kids are messy when they eat, especially at this age. They're like 2 years old, bro. And after every bite, he's trying to Dyson up their crumbs. That is some straight up helicopter parenting if I've ever seen it, dude. Like, that is ridiculous. You can vacuum after, you can put them into some clean clothes after, but let the kids enjoy their freaking lunch in peace, please, all right?
Wow, okay. Oh my God! John!
See, you feel better.
And she's looking at this dude like she just wants to inflict some serious pain on this guy because, yeah, he just walked up and vacuumed her like she has dust and random dirt and crumbs all over her, which might be true. You never know. But that's a little wild to do to your new wife, don't you think, bro?
These are going to come out, and those pansies will replace these right here.
And now his other rule for her is just to do some very basic gardening, to which this lady, of course, complains the entire time. Look, I've watched a lot of episodes of this show. You're getting off pretty easily if all you have to do is vacuum a couple times, do some dishes, and put some new flowers into a beautiful front yard garden, okay? Like, that's crazy. But once again, the drama queen, she's acting like it's the end of the world, which is hilarious to me.
Ridiculous. They should be paying somebody to get their hands dirty, and she should not be doing it.
Like, it's just such a foreign concept that she, you know, she can't grasp that other people find happiness and honestly fulfillment in doing tasks like this. Like, am I the same way? No. I hate weeding. I hate having to do anything with my front yard. But I can see if you were a stay-at-home mom or somebody with a lot of time on your hands, this could be a very peaceful, nice thing that you enjoy doing, tending to your garden. But instead, she's like, they need to pay someone to do this. Like, how much you want to bet this takes 15 minutes? Are you really going to have to get somebody, you know, to do that? No.
This family's having no fun. So when do we play? I have been here for days.
I've been here for days and they haven't offered me one shot. Not even like, you know, a little rip off the wine glass. Like, they're having no fun. This lady's like, we need to party, okay? What's up with all this work and cleaning shit?
Welcome to the new rules ceremony.
Are your shoes glowing?
They are, John. Thank you for noticing.
I love his face here. I just gotta zoom in on that. He's like, what did I get myself into? Honestly, though, these two, they have kind of a friendly banter, I will say. Usually at this point, the family kind of hates their new mom or vice versa. But, you know, the vibes are good in this episode so far until she makes some new rules, which are basically the kids get to have their toys out in any room and you don't get to clean or vacuum. All right, we're going to get this place dirty, which is like the worst possible idea for this dude who seems to be extremely OCD about how clean his house is.
We will have a few drinks and relax.
What does that mean?
And it's kind of sad. You could tell this dad's a workaholic and really doesn't have much time with his wife even to calm down and relax. So I love in episodes like this when they actually give them, you know, things that are difficult for them, but things that might help their family or their marriage, because you lose sight of what's important and you also lose sight of like enjoying doing nothing with your partner. You know what I mean? This guy's such a workaholic and she seems to be as well, you know, his wife. It's almost like he feels guilty not doing anything, but you know, that's your reward for all the hard work is you actually get to relax. And some people just just don't do that at all, which is crazy to me.
The changing of the rules. Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
And to make things even worse, she literally bought confetti cannons, which are just raining all over this house. And this dad is just thinking, oh God, I gotta get the vacuum. I gotta get the Dyson right now. I gotta clean all this shit up. But no, he's not allowed to. And if he does, he's gonna get in trouble, all right?
Things have taken kind of a turn for, I don't want to say the worst, but the worst.
Hey man, if your worst is you having to dress up in a little tutu to, you know, hang out and play with your 2 daughters and have a good time, then your life is pretty damn good, all right? Like seriously, these are not bad rules at all. And I think he's joking when he says that, obviously, but I'm really not used to an episode being this wholesome. Especially I wasn't expecting that with how crazy this lady seemed in the intro.
Toys everywhere. Come with me.
And these kids have been so conditioned to this super clean household that you can tell they don't even know what to do with themselves. They're like, are we allowed to play with those toys that are on the floor? Usually they have to be in a very specific box in a very specific room, and we can only take out one at a time.
She's calling you to the toys.
You want me to go out there? Okay.
She sure does,
All
Daddy.
right.
So now it's time to go outside, and this is where we face a big whoopsie in this episode, so to say. Let's watch it play out.
Oh, are you okay?
Dang.
I feel bad laughing because I would have gone down just as hard, bro. Those outdoor rugs, they move way too easily, and when you have a top-heavy build like me and her, that's a recipe for disaster, all right? Big backs around the world, you know what I mean by that. She takes the fall like a champ, though, and you can tell the dude feels bad, even though he kind of grills her for it, too.
Big girl down. Big girl down.
It's all the toys.
Like she didn't even trip on a toy, but he's really trying to make that his excuse so that he has a reason to clean, because that's all that's on his mind right now. His kids are having a good time, they want to play with dad, and he's just like, I want to play with the vacuum right now, please.
There's shades of gray in her rules. She obviously didn't specify whether or not the kids could clean.
So this guy makes a 200 IQ play, and he says, look, you fell, be careful, sit out here, rest for a second, I don't want you getting hurt. How about I pour us some wine? You know, I'll go inside. Would you like one? And she says yes, of course, because she's always down to party. She's trying to get lit 24/7. And he uses that as a way to trap her outside while he goes and grabs the vacuum and acts like he's playing with his kids while he's vacuuming. This is a boss dad move right here, bro.
Ah, Daddy will chase you.
Are they playing in there?
And I'm worried for this dude right now. I feel like as soon as she sees him, he's about to get his ass beat. Like, I'm kind of scared of this lady. I feel like she could throw down. You know what I mean? This type, especially the ones that are always partying, I feel like they can throw hands like no other. And that's just not to be messed with.
He's got the vacuum.
So, of course, she has to take the vacuum away. No more vacuum privileges for John, who just could not help himself. Vacuuming's like the least favorite thing I ever want to do. I even went and splurged on the even nicer version of the Dyson that he's using. It has like this random screen on the back, bro, that shows me how many like sub 10 micron particles I'm sucking up, and it categorizes them based on size and shows me charts and graphs of what I'm sucking up with my vacuum. And even all that cool shit doesn't make me want to vacuum. But this guy, this is his favorite hobby in the world, and that's crazy to me.
What is that? No, oh hell no.
Whatever you put in there,
Okay.
I
Wait,
can bring back out
wait.
like tenfold.
And she's like, bro, don't mess with me. You want to vacuum it up? I got 10 more of these confetti poppers in the back room. All right, I can make your house even messier if you need.
Here right now?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Whoa. Because
Okay.
I could also, you pull, I pull.
You don't want to do that.
Just
Like,
remember,
Daddy.
It feels like they're talking about like a loaded gun right now. But all it is a confetti cannon. But this is like mutually assured destruction. All right, if he doesn't clean up the mess, she won't make a worse mess. I think that's a pretty fair deal. I don't know, I'm loving the vibes between these two. This lady actually seems truly like such a fun person. And I feel bad that I judged her in the beginning. I mean, still, it's weird that they allow their toddler to roam around on nights where they're hanging out and partying with their friends. But besides that, she seems just like a total ball of joy. And so does his dad. He's taking everything really well.
This is what me and Brandon do.
Work night. Really?
Yep, and we love it. Cheers. Little
Cheers.
salt.
So now they're having time where she's going to sit down with this dude and go over kind of his marriage, go over the fact that she really thinks that he needs to lay back and just relax sometimes, which, like I said earlier, this dude just doesn't allow himself to do. And that's one of the best parts of this show, is that they can show each other, at least if the other party's open-minded, how they might be, you know, falling short in certain areas. and then vice versa. I think that's what the show is about, and that's what I kind of dislike about certain episodes, when people are very bullheaded and they're just so ignorant to change that they don't want to at all listen to the other party and hear what they have to say, because obviously they might say something helpful. So that's surprisingly kind of the end of this wholesome episode, except she does admit that this guy vacuumed her in the parents meeting portion of it, and his wife has a pretty hilarious reaction to that. I think she feels really bad that he did that. You know, she's worried that might have crossed some lines, but she doesn't realize this lady is totally down for joking like that.
He vacuumed me.
You vacuumed her?
John.
Turn to Caesar.
She needed it.
And even while she's like kind of smacking this dude, he's like, low-key, she needed it. She had some dust on her and I just wanted to get it off her shoulder. Like, this guy's so compulsive, he can't help himself. But you know what? I love it.
I would have smacked him upside the head if he had done that to me.
You would have.
But it all ends in jokes. Obviously, the tension's not really there. This was surprisingly one of the most wholesome episodes ever. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Comment Grim Squad for life if you made it to the very end, and I will heart your comment if I see it. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.